We all have experiences. We all have experiences that shape us every hour of every day. Not all of these will be as glorious as we would hope. You have good times, you have bad times. No matter what you're going through or what is happening in the world, nothing stays the same. And whether or not you keep moving, everything will change. You just gotta get up. Take advantage of the beginnings. In the beginning, sacrificing should not feel like sacrificing. When you're passionate about something, then sacrifices are opportunities, moments of pleasure, moments of growth. My mom was my world. I slept in the same bed with her until I was 15. She consistently told me that I could be whatever I wanted to be every single day. She would always give me life lessons that shaped my experiences and helped shape who I became in the future. So when she passed, I was devastated. Her death came at a tough time for me because I had just moved into the professional tour. My world and my person who I believed in was gone. I had to keep moving. A lot of times when you are on the top of the world, things are going great, and all of a sudden, the world drops. The person who you loved and supported you is no longer there. You have two choices. You can stop and do nothing, or you can keep moving. In the midst of all of this, I was gaining worldwide attention. And at a time, this was very difficult to be a successful Black athlete, especially when the consistent criticism was flowing my way. In the span of a couple of months after my mom was gone, I became bulimic. I literally felt like I had no control of my life. I was one of the best tennis players in the world, and my world was crumbling around me. My eating disorder was one of the few ways that I felt like I was in control, despite the fact that I was actually spinning out of control. Despite all this, I'm playing good tennis, I'm climbing the ranks, I'm self-isolating, I'm grinding. The one thing I could do was to get help and keep moving, never letting my goals slip away. Barriers I've personally broken, consistently being the first African American in an all-white sport since Althea Gibson, was always a struggle. Even getting on the court was difficult sometimes. I had to consistently show my badge that I was a player. I was even fully dressed sometimes, and they still didn't believe I was a player. Over time, this made me a stronger person. Having the consistent battle to fight, this was my defense mechanism. Having consistent battles and setting short and long-term goals, even as short as a day, in order to keep moving. Even if I didn't realize it, I was consistently breaking barriers based on the color of my skin and my heritage. At the Olympics, especially as a person in an individual sport, being put on the tennis level was incredible. Being that elite athlete, all I knew that sacrifices it took to reach this level was amazing. Most of us tennis players had never gone to college, as we focused on our career. So being in this moment for 2 weeks was new and exciting. My partner in the Olympics was Pam Shriver, who we were so different in our backgrounds. She was wealthy. My dad was a postman. She was an extrovert. I was an introvert. She was slew-footed. I was pigeon-toes. She's tall, I'm short. She's white, I'm black. Despite all of this, we came together to become the Olympic Soul Sisters. I honestly didn't understand the impact I had done at the Seoul Olympics until I came back to the United States. When I saw all the people lined up at the airport at 1 a.m. in the morning, waiting for me to get off the plane, I realized I had played and won for my country. I had played for more than just me. Pam and I were officially part of the count, the gold medal count of the 1988 Seoul Olympics. It was a moment I would forever cherish. This also marked a serious transition in my field of tennis, from being an up-and-comer to someone who had really done something. I was making my mark in tennis, and with this, I started to become a champion on the court and off the court. By the Sydney Olympics, I was retired and working as an assistant coach for the U.S. national team. I eventually made the jump to being the captain of the Olympic tennis team. Having a player's perspective, I turned into a coach and having a coach's perspective, and using that to fuel the athletes. I was able to mold my experiences into wisdom, which I was able to pass on to others. Passing down my wisdom was incredible, especially because I got to work with some of the most inspiring tennis players. For Venus and Serena, the first thing they experienced in the Beijing Olympics was getting a random drug test right off the plane. They have the same last name. How random is this? They are right next to each other in the alphabet. When I was at the Olympics, we were told what not to say more so than what we could say. But during the time the Williams sisters came onto the Olympic scene, they were able to be more truthful to who they are. The number of doors open for the Williams sisters was much greater than what was available for me. Sports and entertainment had started to become one. I had to learn to help guide them on the balance between on the court and off the court. So, what can you do to help yourself? You just gotta keep moving. Difficult situations, the things you can do to acknowledge your own barriers. Everyone has a barrier that they have to push through. For me, procrastination. I cannot do the same thing twice. Whatever is yours, you are struggling with, whether it's mental health, a barrier you can do, it's just go out and take a walk. You have to realize that every person has some problem that they have to break, but it's up to you to break that problem. Everybody has something, or should I say, everyone has something they can improve on. There's always something that I would focus on to better my career. Maybe I was a little late to practice. Today, I would be 5 minutes early. Maybe I had a bad day. So I would say something nice to someone and make them smile just to brighten up their day. Your experiences shape who you are. It's up to you to break the barriers to get where you want to be. For me, I invested in a smartwatch to get me moving every day. I wanted to make sure I was holding myself accountable. When I looked down and realized I had not completed my goal, I knew I had to do a little bit more. This can be very difficult to do. However, I worked, and I'm the best when I set a goal and put a plan in action. My creativity can take me all over the place. So having something to hold me accountable helps me to keep moving, to keep me being the best I can be. You can do the same. You do not need a huge altering moment to change. Each and every day, look around you. There are examples. People are achieving things and never giving up. In tennis, you have a one ball at a time mentality. But every day, you have an opportunity to make a change. You can only change what is in front of you at that moment. In order to make a change, you have to take that step. Another important point is that You are not going to be perfect. Yeah, I said it. You're not going to be perfect. But you can regroup for the next day. It's very hard not to be perfect in every aspect of your life. You have to be able to quickly analyze and make adjustments. You will always have an opportunity to make adjustments and to virtually accomplish your goals. There is no jumping from A to Z. There are countless small changes, adjustments along the way. And you can't sit still. I'm still moving with my foundation. My foundation, I try to help kids understand life skills through values, respect, service, commitment, accountability. If you respect yourself, that allows you to respect others, allowing you to open up the communication and conversation. It allows you to disagree. If you don't respect other persons, it blocks you out from even listening. Once the kids start to learn and understand these values, you see their confidence build. You see them start to look you in the eye. And guess what? The bullying goes out the window. As the kids start to grow, their home environment can start to change. They start to positively impact their parents and their family, and everyone can become part of the ZGA community. The biggest part of all this is just never give up. Yes, I know it's cliche, but it matters. You never give in, you can never give up or give in, and you have to keep setting goals. Keep moving. A lot of times you will feel like you're right there, and then things unravel. You feel like things are never going to happen for you or me. But if you just take that one more step and just believe in not only yourself but also others, you will see that you have the capabilities. Yes, even if you feel like there is no chance, this is really when you have to bear down, take that deep breath, and keep moving forward. You have to take all the pressure off of yourself and look at the situation and help others. Look at what you are doing can help other people around you and in your community. Take some of that pressure off of yourself, and you need to get out of your own way. You can see the path, the vision ahead in order to keep moving. And most of all, help someone else and pay it forward. Once you make it, your responsibility is to pass on that knowledge you gained to others. You need to have wisdom in order to pass on wisdom. A thought in the journey ends when earning a gold medal of the Olympics, but little did I know that years to come, people are going to look at me as a role model. I have been thrown into this new position with which I hope to live up to the standard. I hope to inspire and help the next generation, as I am a firm believer as youth and wisdom coming together to learn from each other. The end goal and the award is always worth it in the end because of the time and the effort you put into it. So I encourage you to just keep moving and break your own barriers, no matter how big or how small.